What is hypnosis and what is its purpose? I'd like to shed some light on this topic today, as there are still many prejudices and misconceptions surrounding it. In hypnosis, you are in a state of altered consciousness between the waking and sleeping levels. This state is characterized by focused attention, relaxation, and heightened suggestible responsiveness, meaning the hypnotized person is more receptive to suggestions and therefore more likely to respond to certain ideas or instructions from the hypnotist. Therefore, during hypnosis, you are not in a deep sleep as many people believe, but in a state where your consciousness is altered, but you remain awake and responsive. This allows you to respond to the hypnotist's questions and express your own feelings even during hypnosis. There are various forms of hypnosis, including suggestive hypnosis in the form of stage hypnosis, which is often used in entertainment programs. I don't want to comment on stage hypnosis at this point. While it may have entertainment value, it doesn't serve the well-being of the hypnotized person and therefore doesn't serve the purpose of hypnosis. I would like to comment on therapeutic hypnosis today, as it best illustrates the purpose of hypnosis. Therapeutic hypnosis is used by professionals such as psychologists, doctors, or hypnotherapists to achieve various goals. Within the context of therapeutic hypnosis, both suggestive hypnosis and dissolving hypnosis, or both, can be used together. Suggestive hypnosis is a form of psychological influence in which the hypnotist uses direct or indirect suggestions to influence or change a person's thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. Direct suggestions are clear and direct instructions or statements intended to encourage a specific behavior or thought pattern, such as the phrase, "You are completely relaxed and calm." Indirect suggestions are often more subtle and less obvious. They can be presented in the form of stories or metaphors that subtly appeal to the subconscious. Suggestive hypnosis is often used in contexts such as smoking cessation or weight loss. Despite its widespread use, it is important to emphasize that the effectiveness of hypnosis can vary from person to person and is not equally effective for everyone. In contrast to suggestive hypnosis, so-called resolving hypnosis aims to identify the causes of stressful emotional or psychological problems, as well as unhealthy behavioral patterns, and to resolve them using targeted techniques. This form of hypnosis is about uncovering and resolving emotional burdens, traumas, or negative emotions. This can help reduce psychological distress and promote positive behavioral changes. Resolving hypnosis may include regression techniques, in which the client is guided back to past events or situations that may have contributed to current problems. The goal is to gain deeper insight and process the associated emotions. After stressful experiences or emotions have been uncovered, a phase of integration and reappraisal often follows, during which a skilled hypnotist can supportively guide the client through questions or suggestions. However, the actual work of resolving oppressive emotions takes place within the client, who has chosen to pursue this path to bring about a change in their life circumstances. In addition to resolving oppressive emotions, another goal of resolving hypnosis can be to activate the body's and mind's self-healing powers. This can be achieved through positive suggestions and visualizations that utilize the client's imagination to support healing processes. The technique of dissolving hypnosis is interpreted and applied differently by therapists. Not all hypnotherapists use this term, and the exact methods can vary. However, it is important that this form of hypnosis be performed only by qualified professionals to ensure it is used responsibly and that the hypnotized person receives appropriate support. It should also be noted that there are contraindications to hypnosis treatment, for example, in people suffering from personality disorders, psychosis, or epilepsy. Following cardiovascular events such as a stroke, heart attack, embolism, or thrombosis, hypnosis should also be avoided for at least 6 months, possibly longer. However, possible contraindications are always clarified by the therapist before initiating hypnotherapy. So, that was a brief introduction to the topic of hypnosis. I hope it has contributed somewhat to clarifying the term. And we wouldn't be here at Books of Life if we didn't follow up with book recommendations on this topic. A list of my top 10 books on the subject of hypnosis will follow soon.